How was class today? How was class today?
Class was great.
Say it again.
Class was great, like always.
What'd you learn?
We was working on the uppercuts, slips,
Okay.
you know.
How was class today? He got his mouth full. How was class today?
Good.
Good. What'd you learn?
Footwork.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Footwork for the good work. How was class today?
Good.
It's good. Oh, he's gone.
He's still tired.
He's gone. How was class today?
Good.
Stop
Good.
mumbling.
He's
talk.
he's being shy.
Yeah.
All right. Where y'all came from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. All right. So we know that footwork for the good work. We know that if we train hard, then we fight what? If we train hard, we fight what? Who knows the? Okay. AIG is who
That's
we
what
be.
means separate. You understand what I'm saying? Each one of those names means something, and what it's just basically telling you is what the purpose of that person was who had that title. Like if you was the judge, right? All right, then you was the judge of that particular courthouse in that particular region in that particular area. That's a title. That don't mean you was the only judge there was, but that means that for that particular time, you was the one that was presiding over this particular case. That's it.
I always drew up the 23 sciences dealing with chromosomes as far as, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the actual degree that these dudes like run around quoting. Because it was written by Elijah Muhammad. It came out of one of his damn books. And one of these dudes thought they were smart and thought they would exert it from the book and write a whole degree on it. These are the 23 scientists.
Well, I'm the 23rd scientist.
And it's like, yo, you not being smart, man.
They said
You not being smart.
Rob was supposed to have been the 24th scientist.
Yeah.
And laws.
And they talk about the major scientists and the minor scientists and all this other stuff. Like that whole degree, God. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
The way-
that's a correlation to the first degree and the 1 to 40.
But see, that like I said, G, when you go into the actual history of where it came from, who put it together, how it was put together, you know what I mean? Like I was just recently telling God Powerful, like, listen, man, you know Elijah Muhammad spoke in a certain way when he answered certain things.
But at the same time, like, he had like a 3rd grade education. Right?
Exactly.
What about our people?
But see, that's not what I'm talking about, God. That takes us to a whole nother topic. See, I'm speaking specifically about him because we're speaking about this particular science of the 23 scientists that brothers like to go into that's based on his teaching. See, you could look at our lessons and say our lessons came from there, right? If that's what you want to do. But see, if you going through that, then I gotta ask you, all right, so what's the mathematical significance of our teachings? And what's the mathematical significance of those teachings? If you can't tell me that, and you're not gonna be able to because those teachings are not written mathematically. They were written allegorically, they were written historically, they were written geographically. You see what I'm saying? Some of the things that were said were not meant to be said outright. You know, you have overt and covert. You see where I'm coming from? And when you're dealing with the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and Farad Muhammad, there was a lot of overt and covert teachings because of the time that they was teaching it in. They couldn't outright teach certain things. They couldn't say certain things. And Elijah Muhammad even revealed that in several of his books, For America, Message of Black Man. You know that when he speaks, there's certain things that he's going to say that's going to have to be deciphered or decoded or whatever the case may be. So when you go into dealing with this particular teaching of the 23 scientists, when people start talking about Yakub was the one who separated the earth from the moon, and Yakub brought about the devil, and Star Mel was the one that named all the stars, and you going into actual titles. That's it. What's a judge? A judge is a person that judges, right? So if we in the courthouse and you the judge over my case, you would be Judge Sincere, for example, right? So now when I go write the history of the 25th Quran that I'm in this particular day and time, and I say, yeah, well, you know, born perfection appeared before Judge Sincere, and Judge Sincere served in this particular science. And then somebody draw it up to make it be something all great and mighty and whatnot that it's really not. Because they're not realizing that, listen, man, you're not reading what's actually written. You reading it based upon an interpretation. And that's where things go wrong a lot. Like when I was building with the guard earlier, I said, listen, I had to learn when I was in the penitentiary, when you read something, it's good to know the age bracket that the person is writing, what mentality and thought, what religious background, you know what I'm saying? Because all of that comes into play in the writing. And if you don't take that into account and you read it, you're going to read it and draw it up, and it's going to be out of season.
So let me ask you a question for clarity for the people out there, right? So you saying that the 23 scientists are like titles. So when he tells you that Jatu is the scientist that did this or that anybody could be that scientist
at that
in
time.
their own time.
Exactly.
If they come.
And look, Allah showing proof in his own good time. That's why I said the specific names. That's like I said Yakub. Yakub mean to supplant. Supplant mean to undermine. Yakub was the original black man and father of the devil. What did he teach the devil? He taught the devil what did he promise his nation would do? He would make a people unlike and teach them how to rule his people. That's supplanting. That's undermining your people. Right? So what we gonna say? It was one particular person? Or we gonna say that it was a group of people that was dissatisfied with the way that things were taking place at that particular point in time, and the dissatisfaction of the people brought about Yakub, which is supplanting. That's the title. That's the action. And that's all it is. Even if you wanted to say it was one specific person, right? How is that possible, or rather, how is it possible that you will only allot that to one person when you're talking over a period of time?
Trillions of years.
You understand what I'm saying? So you allot that to one person over that. That means that there was always a Yakub. That means it was always a best knower amongst the dissatisfied that was their leader. Simple as that. So if, yeah, okay, the Yakub that came and took the people to Patmos or Pelon, when he returned to Essex, who was the Yakub that came and taught them, yeah, this is who we are, while they on the island. Because he left other rules and regulations that was not mentioned in that lesson. Yakub is not a person. Yakub is a mentality. Yakub is a title. Yakub is an action. So when you go into dealing with that science of the 23 sciences, you're dealing with titles. That's how it was written. That was the proper capacity in which that lesson was manifested. And when you know that, you see that this is what it's basically talking about a history of things that have taken place. But when you start looking at an individual person, you're not actually following it according to the allegory that it was written in. Because then they start going into the minor scientists and the major scientists and the Farad and Elijah and all this other stuff that is incorporated into that. If you're not taking it to the proper capacity, it's not going to manifest itself properly. And you're going to be out here advocating some. It's just the reality of it. And this is why you got people that go into that particular realm because that's where they're comfortable at. Because the reality situation is outside of Elijah Muhammad's avocation of the 23 scientists. Where do you find them at? You can't find them nowhere. Why? Because it was written allegorically, which means you got to correlate it to reality. It's like the God said, well, I always allotted it to the 24 chromosomes, 20 boom. Yeah, God, that's peace. Because that's what you're supposed to do, because it's allegorical. It's esoteric. You got to take that which is esoteric and makes it exoteric. You got to make that which is covert and make it overt. And that's why Farad taught Elijah the way he taught him. And that's why Elijah taught his nation the way that he taught them.
Peace.
So I was adding on to what you were saying. I read in a book back in the days, I don't recall the name of the book.
Right.
They were saying that 120 lessons, the whole supreme wisdom was supposed to be an allegory, supposed to be a group of allegorical puzzles to harnessing the genius of the black mind. So, you know, I think Elijah was teaching it real simple and people were sleeping on him. Just like the God was saying in the other video about, you know, Elijah was, you know, don't sleep on Elijah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not at all. He did his job.
Right. He did what he was supposed to do. And see, it's just like you just said. Don't sleep on him. What people was not realizing is, this is the whole reason why I said what I said. He taught the way he taught according to his understanding and taught to his educational level. Mm-hmm. When you start to read too much into it, you start to see things that's not there. You know, it's like the law said, keep our teaching so simple that a baby can understand it. But what happens is, brothers come into this with baby understandings and begin to grow, and in the process of growing, and elevating, they start to take things to a level that it does not have to go. Start to actually wind up taking it to grow into being something that it's not. That's what I was saying about knowledge out of season. Knowledge out of season causes man to breathe mythology, bro. And if you take something that's allegorical and is being presented out of season, the mythological aspect is going to come in when people start talking about, oh yeah, the 23 scientists did this, and the 23 scientists did that, and this and that and the third, as if the 23 scientists are 23 actual individuals.
They start talking about like
the spaceships and
the word science is interchangeable with prophet.
Exactly. And prophet is interchangeable with messenger. Exactly. And that's exactly where everything goes.
Relax. Learning pace. You guys go learning pace. Take your time. Stay on your toes. Keep your hands up. Stay on your toes. Keep your chin down.